Last fall, I cut out an article in the newspaper about a Wal-Mart stampede and a Toys R Us shootout that left 3 men dead. The mayhem occurred on the day after American Thanksgiving, which, as many people know, kicks off the holiday shopping season in the United States. I read that article and I thought, we are off the path. The acquisition of material goods has become our primary purpose. Material wealth has become our higher power. And we have lost the connection to the higher purpose of our lives. And as a result, we're killing each other for the last red tag item on the shelf. What is missing? What is missing in the lives of people who trample a man to death to get to the electronics department before all the TVs are gone? I believe what is missing is a higher purpose, and in order to have a higher purpose, I need to have a relationship with a higher power. What if it were possible to have an intimate relationship with the same power that makes the grass grow, the flowers blossom, the tides ebb and flow, and the planets spin? This is a very great power. This is the power behind quantum physics, how the immensity of a galaxy can be seen in a microscopic atom. This is the power behind the intricacies of the human brain, behind cells, anatomy, what makes the heart beat, what makes it stop beating. This is the power behind love and hope, triumph of the spirit, these things that we try to explain, but ultimately we cannot. What if the same power back of all of these things had a vested interest in us and how we lived our lives? What if we could actually work with this power to improve how we live and how we feel? What if we could use this infinite and abundant power to thrive and to prosper and to finally fill that inner void we try so desperately to fill with outer stuff? I believe that it is possible to fill that void with peace, with deep and meaningful peace. And there is a leap that is required to do this. And it is a very great leap because we are leaping over the word but. But you can't prove it. But it's impossible. But it doesn't make sense. But. A million buts. So the leap is really a decision. It's a decision to let go of your but and fall into the unknown, fall into the inexplicable, fall into the mystical experience of living our lives in connection with a higher power, according to a higher plan, according to the simple principle that there is a higher purpose to our lives. And if we can commit to that, if we can commit to finding out what that purpose is, to working in tandem with this power, we will come to know a deep sense of satisfaction that no outer relationship, no material experience can match, because the relationship with a higher power is an inner relationship. It's a spiritual experience. So how do we do that? Well, I began by looking at the occurrence of coincidence in my life. And I took a leap. I made a decision to see that coincidence and serendipity and the unfoldment of events in my life are actually a higher power at work. And I began to see that I was being guided, and as I began to follow that guidance, I could then begin to take a very active role in the relationship, in the process, by asking. I could ask for guidance and receive answers. So, I once asked for very specific guidance around whether I should leave the Yukon, which is where I live in the north of Canada. And not long after, a friend of mine read me a poem by Rumi, which begins, "There is no need to go outside." Outside is what Yukoners call the rest of Canada, the rest of the world. So, was this an answer? Yes, yes. Because the answers do not always come in ways that we expect. They come in very subtle ways. Sometimes they come in more obvious ways, but they come. If we ask, they do come. Now there's a catch. Because when we start to live according to a higher plan, when we start to ask for guidance, sometimes things can get a little rocky. And it's tempting to think that it's not working. But if we can keep an open mind, if we can keep taking that leap, keep asking for that guidance, keep listening, keeping our eyes and our ears open for the spiritual messages, then we will come to experience what we cannot buy for the lowest price at Wal-Mart or Toys R Us. For it is the higher experience of feeling truly supported, truly taken care of, and truly loved.